Now Darkstalker sitting down here. So we've had so many exciting sets, and they're just continuing. Our very high octane button presser, Darkstalker himself, coming out here.
Of course, dropping a little bit earlier on stream to Tarek's Kazuya. A very interesting set. There were some real glimmering moments there, but Tarek just sort of showing that dominance, being one of the top players in EU, of course. And this is once again yet another top 8 qualifier. I mean, huge congrats to Darkstalker already for making this far, but I know this man, he wants more.
He absolutely wants more. He is someone that is constantly grinding out. He's got such a strong mentality. He wants to take it as far as possible and find his place later in and join Streakz as well in that top 8. You know he wants it badly, but one set to go.
One set to go, and ninth is not. Ninth can sometimes be a very painful placing. It's just outside that pantheon of players. You know, maybe in most cases you're just outside the graphic. You did all that hard work and you don't even get a nice little picture. And honestly, I'd be upset.
Absolutely.
Just a little bit.
But, of course, that will be underway very shortly. But in the meantime, again, we do have to shout out Team Regen. As always, do drop a follow and a subscribe to them. They are absolutely been put on a show today for everyone at home. So do show some love. It really, really means the world to them. They absolutely want to take not only this event, but all of their events as far as physically possible. They want to go bigger and bigger, and they can only do that with your help. So do show some love. Do drop a follow and subscribe. It absolutely will mean the world to them.
For sure, for sure. The Team Regen team have been the trendsetters in the UK for many, many years now. They are setting the bar higher and higher and higher with each and every event that they attend. So if you can do anything to help them out, it would be great. And I was mistaken earlier on. So SPF Streakz was for 13th, and now Streakz runs into Darkstalker for a top 8 placement. Can the dream losers run happen?
This is interesting now. Again, yes, apologies, we were mistaken. We thought that set with SPF was for top 8, but it is unfortunately not. The Streakz actually got one more to go here.
I mean, to be real, if it means I get to commentate another Streakz set,
absolutely.
Then honestly,
absolutely.
I'll keep making mistakes. I'll keep making mistakes because this man has got some of the most fun, explosive, exhilarating gameplay that you can ask for, both in Smash UK and across the world. Now, these two, I do believe, have met quite a few times, both frequents of the London weekly series, the DAP Monday Metland series, now on BG Bootcamp, of course. But we don't need to talk about that. We're talking about Team Regen. Of course.
Absolutely. But this is a true showdown of two players from the same scene. Obviously, they, familiar with each other's playstyles as well. And not only from, previous tournaments, but also just today, they've both seen each other play and absolutely want to take this win into top 8.
And we are going to see the tried and true Fox and Terry Bogard. Streakz has commented in the past on about how, all these people with disjoints, they're enjoying the privilege against the FGC characters. This man has to run in. This man has to run in.
Yeah, and I can see this being an absolute sluggerfest, and already Streakz proving that correct as they are just running in and get a mountain of damage on to Darkstalker already. But as always, Terry hits very, very hard, and that is exactly what Darkstalker are able to do. Find a quick 42 onto Streakz. Now just slowing it down. Both these characters, obviously characters that like to find little openings and then continue it further. Like we're seeing here, Streakz that finds a small opening and is able to deal in enough to get Darkstalker to that go meter.
And this is where things can get really, really scary as well. Fox, one of these characters where outside of a raw smash attack and that nair to up smash, those kill options don't come too easily, but being as light as he is can lose out in that kind of situation. The go meter can just spell complete doom, but not when you get the up air like that. And we're a minute in and 2 stocks are gone, Smile.
Absolutely, this is going to be so back and forth, so quick. Those stocks are going to be flying out of the window there. But both now just kind of, again, resetting. But Streakz has the advantage of having a projectile that is not too quick, but also just, piles on a lot of damage fairly fast.
And of course, like I mentioned before, both of these players have played an awful lot of time. So the matchup familiarity and the player familiarity as well is going to be there. But we can see Streakz just slowly beginning to run away with this. Darkstalker has really been stuck on the right-hand platform and on the right-hand side of the stage for an awful long time, but charging his way through with a crack shoot and is now going to try and get something started.
Yeah, this is actually a really scary position for Streakz to be in, despite having that lead. As you concede, he is Darkstalker only 4% away from Go coming online there. And as we saw in that first stock, it can only take a few interactions. But Darkstalker actually just saying, I don't need it.
Yeah, the empty hop into the power dunk. Streakz definitely was not ready for that. And again, just dying off the top blast zone there. Oh my goodness, trying to end Streakz' whole life right there. Just trying to get that game one going with that power geyser. Thankfully, Streakz not biting there. Oh, this is scary. A Darkstalker pressing buttons are scary. A Darkstalker not pressing buttons, truly horrifying.
Yeah, and Darkstalker still able to make goes quite deep there. Continues to do so, but unfortunately, the crack shoot just sending him a little bit too far off there, and just not enough to weave his way back up to the ledge.
And we can just see here that explosive momentum that we've spoken about Streakz time and time again. And we're seeing a lot more of that defensive play style that Streakz has shown he is incredibly proficient in. Again, one wrong move against Terry and you can take so much damage. Streakz has lost percents already at such early positions.
Okay, and that is again sending Streakz quite close to the blast zone there. This is a very, very high stakes last stock situation there. Then there comes out. The Go is online. This Streakz has got to be careful. Wow. You really got to be careful.
Wow. Just going for that Buster Wolf, that auto turnaround coming in clutch. Now, Smar, I have had the stats of wisdom appear to me.
Lay us on it. Lay it on.
These two are 8 and 8 in sets offline. They are 8 and 8. And what a stage to go for that tiebreaker. What a stage to pull yourself into that positive win record. And Darkstalker making a firm case. We got the fist bump between games. That's like many levels of respect there.
8 and 8, and this is to decide who goes positive on the other. And you both know that, of course, you know, they want that, but more than anything, they want that top 8 as well. So they're going to be fiending for this win. Right now, Darkstalker looking good, but Streakz gets something going there immediately, just finding a small little bit of damage. Piling it on 49%, and again, just slowing down. Streakz is so good, as we talked about in the SPF set, of just dictating the pace and controlling the stage. And if he doesn't let his opponents do anything, then he can just keep that up forever and stocks just go out the window.
Yeah, and it really forces the opponent to change that game plan pretty drastically against Fox, because a defensive Fox and an aggressive Fox, there is very different counterplay, and having to swap between that, between games, between stocks, it is so difficult, and that shows the level of proficiency that Streakz has got and why he is upon the pantheon of UK players that are considered right at the very top of the mountain.
Absolutely. But Darkstalker able to make it back. That Go is there as well. You can see him slowing down, waiting for Streakz to commit to something, and then he can just burst, range them. But Streakz baits out the power geyser there and is able to land a very quick up smash to take that stock away, eliminating the Go threat and keeping his own stocks very healthy.
It is really interesting to see almost the player habits that Streakz is showing that he is aware of. Of course, he knows how Darkstalker can sometimes go for these fairly unorthodox, aggressive options. And so Streakz knowing to play around that burst range and then just wait for Darkstalker to do something like right there. Just all of that pressure, all of that aggression that Darkstalker was showing, and Streakz refused to die.
And even after the shield went low, Streakz didn't waver. He just escaped. But Darkstalker was able to find the stock amidst that. But Streakz, again, able to take control of the stage, sends Darkstalker off, and we know how proficient he has been with his ledge trapping. He just waits for his opponent to come back. The landing there connects, sending Darkstalker once again off, and Streakz just waits. He sits there, and he notices what you're doing and then punishes it.
both of these players, particularly in a game where you can throw out a lot of aggressive options, a lot of active hitboxes to exert pressure, both of these players are so good at mixing in that button-heavy pressure and the movement-heavy pressure. And Streakz, he gets those confirms 11 out of 10 times.
Absolutely just needed one moment, one interaction to take that stock away, and Streakz is looking so good in this game too. But Darkstalker trying to get something going there. The auto turnaround coming in as a blessing for him there, as he's able to continue his string just a little bit. But Streakz finds a grab, good parry as well, and that's going to lead to a huge amount of damage. 63%, Joycey.
Just a little bit extra spice on top there for you. A little bit extra with that up air. Just again, knowing the optimal combos in that situation. We were seeing this in the SBF set, particularly in those later games where Streakz knows when he can go for that little extra extension, but unfortunately the armor there really gonna take that stock, being sent all the way off the top blast zone there.
Yeah, so the stock goes down, and Darkstalker's starting to go a little bit crazy on the sticks here. That go is online, 42%, 66 planted onto Streakz in a few small interactions. Streakz able to land an up smash, but it's not going to take away the stock just yet. The power geysers are coming out. Darkstalker is looking for the kill.
And Streakz having to play such a delicate game around the massive, huge hitboxes. And what a call out there. Oh my goodness, the auto turnaround just catching Streakz right with the tip of the power geyser, but enough to take that game too. Oh my goodness.
I could only throw my hands up in the air after that moment there. Darkstalker just saw a chance and went for it. And sometimes that's what you have to do. That move is so good. It has such a big range to it. You could just throw it out twice in a row. And if it connects, well, that's just it. That's your stock gone.
But we have seen Streakz in this very situation.
Oh, yes.
Quite literally the last set that he was in. Streakz knows that he only needs 3 more games. That's all he needs. But Darkstalker, of course, going to want to continue that run into the top 8. All the glory of being stood right at the top of this event. But we are going to see Streakz just trying to cool the pace a little bit here. Getting these odd hits, but also happy to spam those lasers. Get Darkstalker to come to him. And it has been very fast-paced so far anyway, despite Streak's efforts.
Yeah, and I absolutely love the way that Streakz has just been weaving around Darkstalker as well. You know, he obviously recognizes the auto turnarounds, you know, coming in to, you know, help Darkstalker out, but even still, he's just been dancing around the shield and then planting moves like the forward air, the back air, you know, just to do a little bit of damage. But of course, Darkstalker now has the threat of go there, and he's absolutely going to try and make the best use of it possible.
And the thing is that, oh my goodness, thankfully that second back air, one to drop the shield and one to take the stock. But Streakz is being put in these situations where he's not able to kill until 120, 130, 140%. And that's so hard because it borderline forces you to interact with Terry with go. There is no cheesing a stock at 70 really with Fox by very specific circumstances. So Streakz, he's just got to scrap.
And I absolutely love the parry there from Streakz. That was so needed because, of course, Darkstalker was just poking away at the shield, but the parry was able to give Streakz just that moment to strike back. But since then, it has been looking really nice for Streakz here. He's able to find the hit. And once again, you can see him just waiting out. He does it every single time, and it's so effective. We saw it so many times during that SBF set, but Streakz just waits out. And then punishes with a smash attack of some sort. It wasn't able to land this time, but Streakz is absolutely trying to get in Darkstalker's head.
And Darkstalker just throwing out that Buster Wolf there, knowing that Streakz has been approaching a lot to try and get that kill. And again, Streakz knowing these moments where he can throw in these up smashes, just going through these seemingly unblockable strings. But this is where the struggle can begin, as Fox, a back air at 130, still doesn't kill. And now an up smash, not quite going to confirm. But oh my goodness, just before the side B even came out, the up smash.
Yeah, absolutely a huge stock there for Streakz. He did not want to deal with that go. And now he's only got to deal with one instance of it as well. But Darkstalker starting to mount on the damage here. Triple digits on Streakz here. The side B sealing it up as well. Only 1.2% on Darkstalker. Streakz has got to take away this stock quickly. He does not want that Go to appear again. And he does not want to take any amount of damage where Go can just eliminate this game. Darkstalker is 2 up. This is all to play for Streakz here.
And the just slight misspacing on the forward smash and the down air and the get up attack. Oh my goodness, Darkstalker is getting away with murder every single time. And now you've got a Terry with momentum. You got Terry with a big shiny red button. 666, will that mistake be the death of you?
No, the false finish coming out there. Darkstalker still alive. Streakz dives down there. The air dodge comes out, but he's able to make it back. The back end does plant though, and Streakz takes a game 2-1 right now in this set.
Just clinging on for dear life. Streakz managing to get on the board after many, many, many attempts at getting that final stock, even with all the fear of the go meter, even with that frustration of whiff after whiff after whiff after whiff. Streakz ice cold.
And Joycey, deja vu. I have been in this place before.
We are in very familiar territory, Smar.
This is absolutely what we had with Streakz versus SBF, where Streakz went down 2 games, took game 3, and then was able to complete a reverse 3-0. Are we going to see it again? That last game was extremely, extremely close, but Streakz was able to complete the mission there. But can he do it again?
And I really respect the fact that we are not on PS2 again. Darkstalker has got the mentality of, I'm going to win regardless. You know, honor is all well and good, but ultimately we are in a competition and I am here for the first prize and nothing less. So picking a stage for a good counter pick, honestly, I have full respect.
Absolutely. And just changing it up as well. While Pokemon Stadium 2 is a very neutral stage, Darkstalker maybe just want to have a little bit of an edge to it, you know, just a bit of a shake-up to kind of slow down the momentum that Streakz did have on Pokemon Stadium 2. As obviously in his previous set, Streakz did all of them on that stage. So, and what was that?
Streakz with the match-up knowledge, just beautiful there, just spot dodging the Power Geyser with the perfect punish. This is not this man's first rodeo. And Darkstalker, you've got to respect him a little bit more than that, Sunshine.
Absolutely. That was such a big moment for Streakz there. Really, as you say, just knowing the matchup inside out, and with such a big set record between these two, you know that's for sure. And even then, Streakz once again just keeping hold of that shield there. And the grab up for there is enough to take away the stock. Streakz is playing on fire right now.
I felt the flashback, Smar. I felt the flashback. I saw that hit of forward air. I was spooked, Smar. This isn't 2015, and yet Streakz saying, if it ain't broke, son, I'm not fixing it.
Absolutely. Taking that one straight to the bank there, and Streakz has got a pretty nice lead here, and he just needs to carry it further. This is a completely different man than we saw in the previous games.
Just walking underneath as he burner knuckles to try and get away. Streakz right now, even losing that stock, has got so much damn momentum, and Darkstalker should be rightfully scared.
Absolutely. I mean, this has been such a change up here. But that's not enough. Darkstalker actually evens it up with a very, very early stock on Streakz there. Streakz has been playing on fire all game, but Darkstalker getting a extremely important gimp there where it's enough. Streakz going for the forward smash, but it's not going to connect, and this is actually a very scary moment here. Previously, Streakz had 2 stocks to play with, so could deal, you know, potentially going down to the go, but now he's only got 1. Darkstalker actually air dodging off stage. Is he able to make it back? He's not, as the down smash connects.
God, Streakz! Every single moment he takes, and he crushes any ounce of hope that any opponent could have. Oh my goodness. Smar, this seems familiar, right?
This feels very familiar, Joycey. This is another Game 5 for Streakz here, and we know how it ended last time. We know exactly how it ended. Is it going to be the same again?
Or will the wheel of fate roll a different answer for us? We are headed straight back to town and city, and a pretty decisive game 4 here. And Streakz, he's got all the ideas, he's got a lot of momentum, but has he got that execution to pull off yet another reverse 3-0?
Yeah, Darkstalker, you know he's got to be feeling it now. He's got to be fearful of the fact that he's on the verge of that reverse 3-0 as well. But, of course, this is still an open floor for both players. Both players can take this game away, seal their spot on top 8, and you know they really do want it.
Getting the shield poke there with the side B, but Streakz just being clever to recover low there. Not even attempting at this point now. If you're not 100% sure you can get a punish, just don't do it. And the auto-cancel power dunk is going to nearly cost Streakz his stock. Oh my goodness, you can just see now, I feel like the APM has increased smart. I feel like for every button, there's another button ready. And Darkstalker just knows the perfect moments to throw out these moves, and Streakz already on the back foot.
Absolutely, and just like that, you know, you saw Darkstalker pressing buttons before, and he didn't slow down either. He said, okay, yes, you may have got out that first bit of buttons, but I'm going to press the upbeat button as well.
Just getting 37%.
Oh, no.
The Buster Wolf, 70% here. Oh my goodness, and that is the beauty of town and city, that higher blast zone, and just not quite getting it and dying for it as well. So unfortunate for Streakz here. He's got to pull out some kind of miracle right now, Smile.
Absolutely did. Darkstalker taking a very, very convincing lead here. But Streakz has done it before. He's played in these kind of deficits and still been able to make the comeback. But he's got to deal with this go. He's got to get rid of this stock before anything can happen, because Darkstalker is starting to run away with it. That's it. That's just it. A free stock in game 5. Darkstalker saying, no, I'm putting a stop to this. You can see him bobbing off there. He's excited. He's in top 8, and he just finished it with a free stock as well.
Even the game was surprised. Even the game was like, no, wait, hang on, what? Just what a beautiful, decisive way to end their game 5. Crushing Streakz dreams nearly as fast as he crushed their stocks.
Absolutely. I mean, after all the games as well and how close they were as well, no one could have expected that game 5 to be as quick and as convincing as it ended up being.
Absolutely, absolutely. Congratulations, of course, to Darkstalker for advancing into top 8, having an extremely good run through winners, and of course, huge congrats to Streakz for that incredible losers run. And to be honest, thank you for the show that you have put on.
Absolutely. I mean, Streakz just making a huge run there. And of course, it does unfortunately end at 9.